What's going on, everybody? This is the Garden Report on Celtics Blog and CLNS Media. I'm Jimmy Toscano. You know me, hopefully. You've seen a show or two. You know me. You probably don't know this guy to my left, Jacob Tobey. He's going to be helping us a ton this year. You're going to see him at practices, games, so on and so forth. Jake, we are in the off-season. I want to say this is the quiet time in the off-season, but I will not say that because Danny Ainge has proven that there is no quiet time in the off-season. Even so, we've been talking a lot about Kyrie Irving, Gordon Hayward, players like that, as we should be. But they're not going to win with five guys. You know, they're going to have to dip into that bench. They did it a lot last season. They've traded away some of that depth. Who on that bench now that's either remained or is new, who do you think is really going to be helping out, contribute right off the bat?
Well, I assume that Jaylen Brown will go into the starting lineup at the two-guard position, so I'm going to assume that Marcus Smart will come off the bench and be your sixth man. I'll pick Marcus Smart to come off the bench, bring you all sorts of energy. He's like, remember Jae Crowder coming here in his first year, bringing that type of energy off the bench? That's what Marcus Smart can do. I think he has six-man potential written all over him. His offense, yes, it's coming along. It's not been where it needs to be right now, but it'll be his fourth or fifth year, I believe. So he's going to continue to grow on the offensive side. I have always said to people I talk to that he, with Avery Bradley on the team, was the best defender, most versatile guy. He guarded LeBron James. We saw him guard Paul Millsap in the playoffs 2 years ago. We saw him guard Kristaps Porzingis on Christmas Day last year. So I think he's so versatile and can do so many different things. Plus the energy factor. I pick Marcus Smart off the bench.
Yeah, I think you nailed it with everything you just said about him. I mean, you have to live and die by his offense.
Of course.
When you get it, your Celtics are probably going to win that game because he is such a boon on that bench when that shot is falling. But I'm still, even when that shot's falling, every time he pulls up for one, I'm just still like, no. Yes, okay, it went in. That's, good shot.
Yeah,
but if
exactly.
it goes, a couple too many heat checks from him once in a while. But I think you take that because of everything you just said. He is Mr. Effort. He is that guy that I think you need on a good team. I think you need that sixth man like Marcus Smart who's going to do all the dirty work. He's Mr. Tommy Point.
And he's not afraid to take a clutch shot. Let's put that out there.
Oh, no.
He can hit them, too.
Definitely not afraid to take a clutch. I can remember a few daggers coming from Isaiah and Crowder last year and the year before that when he took a shot that they didn't like. So you're going to get that from him. For the sake of argument, I think Rozier is actually going to be one of those players who his role jumps probably more than anybody else's that, well, it's not many players left from last year, but his role is he's a guy that Stevens, if you recall last year, he really would go out of his way to commend Rozier for something that he did, whether it was a big three or whether it was a pass that nobody else really noticed. He likes Rozier a lot, and I think that's one of the reasons that you're going to see Rozier jump. One position neither one of us talked about, big man. We don't see that coming off the bench. Are the Celtics in trouble? Do they need to look elsewhere for a big man? They do have a roster spot.
They do have a roster spot. Why not go after Andrew Bogut? He's a guy that I think fits the system pretty well. Can pass, can go inside, can rebound for you. He won't play 25 to 30 minutes anymore. He's just that's those days are quite over. No, exactly. Those days are over. He has injury concerns coming in, but I think he's a guy that can fit in the system. He can pass well. They'll collapse on him. He can kick it out for the three. So I think that's a good option.
That sounds great. I think if you sign Bogut, you're basically signing like the ghost of Andrew Bogut at this point. He's almost like Theo Ratliff's. He's almost like Theo Ratliff's contract back in the day, where everyone was just trading the contract around. I think the Celtics at this point, they'd be good to sit tight and see how things play out. I mean, they're a team that they've played small for the past couple years, and they've done pretty well. I mean, they would throw Amir Johnson in to start games, start the first quarter and the third quarter, and then he'd be on the bench for the majority of it. They like to run we said it off camera, they're a positionless basketball team now. They've got, a group of guys who they're almost like all tight ends out there. You know what I mean? It's like Bill Belichick. It's like Brad Stevens, a little bit of Bill Belichick, where Bill Belichick loves the tight ends because you can throw them outside, you can throw them inside, you can be using the block. So big man, potentially, your opinion, I think wait it out. Long story short, we'll have to just see how these guys look in training camp, get into preseason, and should be, regardless, an interesting year. So just want to say thanks for you guys for watching. This one's brought to you by FanDuel. Big NFL season starting Thursday night with the Patriots. If you don't have your team yet, make it. It's a blast. If your fantasy team already stinks, I think FanDuel will save your NFL season. That'll do it for here. I'm Jimmy Toscano, Jake Tobey, Garden Report. Peace.